Okay. So like I said, everything's going to be quick tonight. I just wanted to go over something with you all that I learned this week, and I feel like we all need it. I don't know. I really felt like it was needed. So if you all have not read this book yet, the Get Out of Your Head, so good. You should order it and read it. It's so good. So anyways, there was a part that I read this week, and I had to do the exercise, obviously. So it's called your mental story map. I don't know if you all have heard about this before, but I'm gonna like read through this part. So it says we begin by being aware of what we're thinking about, by zeroing in on the thought and identifying it is what it is. Evil never wants you to be nice. Oh, let me preface: if you don't believe in God, like that's fine. It mentions it in this. So if you just believe in like more of universe or affirmations or whatever, that's totally your choice, and I'll reference both ways. But it says evil never wants to be noticed. I should mention here, it sneaks in and hijacks our minds, and we barely notice anything's amiss. I barely notice anyways. And it says, so a vote for noticing, for thinking about what we're thinking about. It says, if you're game to give the thinking about thinking thing a try, then grab a journal and a pen. And you can do this later. I'm just going to run through it real quick. So it just basically makes you think about what you think about. Like all of this is like inner thoughts, mental thoughts, all of that. So it says step 1, and I'm going to show you the example. It says, write, like if you get a piece of paper, it says write in the center of a blank page the primary feeling or emotion you're experiencing. It can be good or bad. Mine was, I don't want to say it was bad, but it was overwhelmed. Like the options, are endless, but the examples given here are, you can do peaceful, overwhelmed, angry, afraid. But what you do is, let me show you the book version. You see how it's just like one of those circle graphs? You write that word in the middle and you circle it, and then you stem out everything that you're thinking. So I'll show you mine. So mine is overwhelmed, and I didn't know I was going to train on this until after I did it myself. But so I wrote overwhelmed in the middle. And so what I did was I stemmed off to other things. So I did like work, faith, home, miscellaneous, family, health, and friends. And then I circled all of those. So if y'all can see that, like I circled each one of those. And then what you do is each one of those things, you write your feelings, basically. So I'll give you all my examples. I don't care. On faith, I put, like, it's basically a brain dump. Everything that you're thinking, everything that you got going on, what's stemming from your overwhelmed feeling. So faith, I put feel distant from God, feel like I'm not doing enough, and then like I'm starting a new Bible study. So that's a lot, right? And this can be, you can do everything. For work, I put my team depending on me. Am I doing enough? So it's like thought patterns, whatever you're going through. Am I enough? I have a training, so I put like projects due. We always need new content, new pics, IPAs, doing all the things, right? So all of those things you list out that you had, like it's all in your head. You just need to put it on paper. For home, I just put clean and laundry. I don't know. There's more than that, obviously. But like you're thinking about, you got to clean this, you got to do the laundry, you got to do whatever. I put miscellaneous because I'm vice president of the PTO, because, I needed to add something else to my plate. I don't know. But I put that on there because we had like a bingo night and stuff tonight. On my family one, I put, am I a good mom? Do I spend enough time with them? Am I hateful? Friends, I put, am I doing enough? Who do I owe attention to? Health, I put, I'm insecure. Weight loss, fatigue. Am I drinking enough water? I need to whiten my teeth. I need to do a charcoal mask. I need to get ready more. I need to tan. Like, you see what I mean? You put all these dang things down that we think of all day, every day, and they just kind of never get marked off our to-do list. Like, my to-do list is never ending. So all of these things, when we have one negative thought, like even if it's just like, I'm overwhelmed, I got to clean and do laundry, that one negative thought affects everything else. Because the way you think about that one thing is the way that you're thinking about everything else. So if I'm automatically like, I don't want to do freaking laundry, then I'm automatically thinking, well, Am I a good mom because I don't want to do laundry? Am I a good businesswoman because I'm supposed to have all this energy, but if I don't do laundry, do I have energy? Am I leading the way? Am I showing my team what I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, and then have I done my Bible study? No, I haven't done laundry yet. I can't do my Bible. Do you see what I mean? Like, it all stems from each other. So we constantly have these thoughts. The thing is, as I'm yelling at my kids, same. The thing is, how do we stop them? Can you stop all 1,000 thoughts that you have a day or millions of thoughts that you have a day? No. But you can stop the negative stemming of those, if that makes sense. So I get to do the laundry. Even if you don't want to, you can't think that. You have to think, I get to do the laundry. I get to cook. I get to have a tribe that depends on me. All of these things are things that we get to do. So you have to decide that you get to do them and not you have to do them. So even if it's as small as like when you're writing a to-do list, instead of writing to do, write at the top, I get to. Maybe that'll remind yourself, like, you get to do those things. I needed to hear this tonight. It felt like such a negative day. Same. And see, I've got to where I don't have like a whole negative day, but we do get those thoughts, and then it's like, oh, well, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I didn't get enough sleep. Oh, now I got to do laundry. Now I got to get the kids to school. Now I got, like, it all stems from one another. So you have to stop. Like, we can fight at least one thought a day, and fighting that one thought can fight the rest. Kingston and I got an argument on the way to school. And that's the thing too. Like, a lot of times, if we drop our kids to school, it's the same thing. Did I spend enough time with them? Okay, well, when they got home, did I do Zooms? Was I spending time with, like, I was doing a live-ish K room, and I was like, go on, go, like, go. But do I have to feel like I'm in the wrong for that? But I had to choose not to let it rule. Yes, I had all those thoughts. Exactly. So the thing is, and this is how you're going to squash them. And I'm not saying this is a do all and be done and whatever. You're never going to have days, because you are. But you have to learn to fight these. And like I said, whether you're a believer or whatever, you can do it with what it says is to take and find, like, sit down with your Bible. Either way, you can find Bible verses to fight the thoughts that you have. So like the thought of, am I enough? Find a verse that fights that off, that says you are enough because you're enough and he says you're enough. Same thing, you can do affirmations, whatever you believe in. I just want to preface that, like, if it's affirmations, if you don't believe in God, whatever, find something that squashes that. You are enough. So you need to tell yourself, I am enough. I am more than capable. I am an amazing leader. I am an amazing mom. Like, find the things that can squash it. And all day long, as much as you freaking can, anytime you have a negative thought, squash it right away. Even if you're like, oh, I don't want to do laundry. Oh, but I get to. And I'm not saying you have to hop up right that second and go do the laundry, but your thought process needs to change. We have to stop being like that. Same thing with business. Like, oh my gosh, I need to get another customer to get my free credits. Oh my gosh, I get to get another customer to get my free freaking credits. They're going to give me free product because I can get another customer. Think about the way that you're talking to yourself, even when you're not noticing how you're talking to yourself. So that's the thing. I want you to be very self-aware of what you're telling yourself in your head, how you're thinking about things. So another example, before we started doing this was before we started doing our own work with me's, when they used to host so many work with me's and stuff with like the Hustle and Thrive tribe all together, I used to be like, dude, nobody's about to do all that all day. That's a lot. I'm not going to get on a million work with me's. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do I squash those. I actually enjoy it. And I'm not saying you need to be on every freaking training or work with me. I think you should be on every training, but every work with me, you don't have to be on, but you can't think negatively about it. You need to have thoughts like, oh my gosh, I can't believe our leaders host these so often so we can work together and come together and whatever. I try to always find something I'm grateful for when a negative thought comes. I have to do laundry. I'm so blessed with the amount of clothes we have. Love that. So that's exactly what I mean. So maybe like Christina saying, she's aware of certain things that she says or certain things that she talks about, but there may be other situations where maybe business, maybe she's not 100% confident in business. So when she's talking to promoters or potential customers or whatever, she's having these thoughts that she's not even aware of. Those are the things that I want you all to start being aware of, the things that you don't know you're thinking about. That's why I said it's important to think about what you're thinking about. Like, really, tomorrow I want you all to wake up with the thought of, what am I thinking? What am I telling myself in my head that I'm not paying attention to? It's the little things. Like, do you look in the mirror and it's becoming such a habit that you're like, ugh? Realize that. Realize you're doing that. You can't correct these things until you see them clearly and see what you're saying and realize it. Let's see. Like I said, it says talk to God about it, pray with your paper in front of you, find Bible verses to squash them, basically. The next thing it says is, and like I said, this is going to be quick. The next thing it says is look for patterns and common themes in your circles. I don't know why I can't read and talk tonight, y'all. It says, are you worrying about things you cannot control? Are you angry about ways you've been wronged? Are you obsessed with what you don't have? So that's another thing. Are you just mad because your check was, I don't know, $100 because you wanted to buy something that was $120? So now you're in a mood because you're obsessed with stuff that you don't have. So I want you all to think about that. And then this says, has food, sex, entertainment, or money taken over your thoughts? I know so many people think about money constantly. Like, you stop yourself from working your business or being happy in your life because of money, because of the things that you think that you need that you don't have. Are you ashamed of what you've done in the past? So that's another thing, being aware of maybe wrong things that you've done in your past. They can deep down be bothering you. You need to fight those. You need to bring those to surface level and fight those. Are you self-critical? That's one of my things. I know when I look in the mirror, I'm automatically like, oh, I need to wipe my teeth. I need to do a charcoal mask. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to stop doing that to myself. And it says, okay, so why did I have you go through this exercise? It's so that you can plainly see how your thoughts are building a storyline about God that is either true or untrue. And again, if it's about yourself or about God, however you want to put it, but none of these things are true. And I know we've talked about this before, but like, is it written in the Bible or in the sky or wherever that it says Krista is fat? It just says it right there in the Bible, Krista is fat. No. So it's not true. It's not a fact. It cannot be proven. So you need to realize that. Is it written in the sky that you can't be successful and you can't go 4K? No. That's not a fact. You can do anything that you set your mind to. So you have to realize that. It says, if we want to stop our patterns of toxic thinking, we must notice what's happening and take action. So you have to counter any lies you believe with God and the truth that interrupts the downward spiral. So like I said, you could have 50,000 thoughts in 1 second. Squash it. Squash at least one. Every day you're going to realize if you squash at least one, you'll stop thinking that if you keep squashing it over and over again. Let me see. It says it's almost impossible to navigate through our culture without being bombarded with messages about how we can do better and be better. So like experts speaking in self-help books and whatever. Like, we know the things that we're supposed to do every day, you know, your basic IPAs. And if anyone's telling you you're not doing enough, and I don't like, you may not be doing enough, but like if I was to come and tell you like, Christina, you're not doing crap, you're not doing enough, you're not posting, you're not, why would she listen to me? That's not truth. If she knows deep down that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and only she can judge how much level up needs to happen. Only she can judge how many conversations she's truly having and how many she needs to have. Nobody can correct her on the things that she does. I mean, we can, but it's not gonna, it's at the end of the day, unless she believes it herself and realizes it herself, it's not gonna happen. Let's see. I think that was it. It was mainly like the rest is just talking about self-help and stuff. And then if you are a believer, I really, really like this was in there. It says, self-help can only offer a better version of yourself. Christ is after a whole new you. And I was like, oh, well, that's good. So if you're not a believer, I guess you can disregard that. But yeah, so I think that's it. So I really just want you all, like, I wanted tonight to be super quick and super just to the point because I want you all to, I'll post a picture of mine after so you all can see it, but I really want you all to sit down and figure out these things. Like, I know I'm just giving you another freaking thing to do on your to-do list, but I really want you to sit down and think about the way that you're thinking about other things. Are you just, I was super negative about all these things. I'm always like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Deep breaths. Are you, help me in moments of thoughts? Yes, so true. Okay. I think that was it. That's all I really wanted to talk about just in time.
Mama.
Yes.
Mommy, have
iPad, I don't have it. So like I said, I'll post a picture of this. Where is it? Go ask Daddy. Here, there's my phone.
No.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, I'm glad that I did that. We just popped another 4K liter. Yay. So that's all I wanted to cover tonight. I just wanted to give you all this because I really feel like it'll make a difference in your life. So I will post this picture of mine in the chat, and I recorded this and I'll post that too. Sorry, y'all. But I hope you all have a great night and I hope this really helped.